All right, how are y'all doing out there? Well, just wanted to make a video, and I haven't made one in a while, and talk about some issues and some things that's going on with the country, and kind of check in with y'all a little bit. Um, the hot thing that's out right now is the Jason Aldean song. Try that in a small town, and that song is so true. Let me move. Somebody's trying to blow my messenger up, y'all. So right now, they're trying to say that song and Jason Aldean is racist because of that music video and that song. Well, it doesn't say, nowhere in that song does it say anything about race. It doesn't call any certain person out. It doesn't call any certain group out. But you can kind of figure who was doing all the looting and rioting and crimes and stuff. And it's a true song. I mean, it's really true. I mean, you look at these big Democrat-run cities in these certain states, and that happens. It's still happening. There's still crimes that's being committed, and nothing's happening. But it's true. You come to a small town like a town I live in, or a town around here that's small, and they ain't gonna allow all that foolishness. You come out here and start burning stuff, and it's a different thing to go out and protest, peacefully protest. But it's another thing when you get out there acting the fool, burning cars down, busting windows out, burning buildings, and doing stuff like that. Personally, I feel like this. I feel like it ought to be a crime for a person to throw the American flag on the ground and stomp on it, and it ought to be a crime if somebody burns the flag. I think if you get caught doing that, you ought to be out of here. You ought to be deported out of this country and kicked out. I don't believe that you should be able to do that. That's pretty disrespectful to everybody. It's like you're disrespecting all the military, all the men and women that's died and sacrificed their lives, and these families that have sacrificed loved ones to make us free, and they're enjoying the freedom of this country, but yet they're not supporting this country, and they're disrespecting this country by doing what they're doing. I even heard that Hank Williams Jr. even resigned from CMT because he said he supports Jason Aldean in the music or the song that he made. And that song is number one at the charts. I look forward to that song to being number one at the charts for a long time. There's a lot of Americans that song pretty much hits home with, and it's going to be there for a while. The people that don't love this country, and these people that's trying to cause all the BS, man, there's a bunch. I'm telling you right now, I support Donald Trump. When it's time to vote, I'm voting Donald Trump no matter what. You can vote who you want to, but that's who I'm voting for. You can vote for any other cats that's Republicans, but I'm not voting for nobody but Donald Trump. I mean, they're pushing mess. I mean, the Democrats are pushing mess. All over this country, you got people that are idiots that's standing up with evil. And you know what's funny is they tried to ban Jason Aldean's video, right? And CMT pretty much, got rid of it or whatever, and it's not standing with him. There's a lot of country singers, though, that doesn't go along with the Americans and the Patriots and loves this country, or too chicken shit to do anything. He's one that is. Now, I would say that Travis Tritt's one of them that stands up tall. Now Hank Williams Jr. stands up tall. Jason Aldean, the guy from Big and Rich. There's some that's got enough balls to stand up against what these people are pushing, and we're not going to stand for it, And basically, these clowns up here in these other states is committing all these crimes, and they're letting them out with cash-free bails, and they're letting people go around and commit crimes. We see who's doing all the crimes, y'all. Y'all see who's doing it. We see it on the news all the time. you know. And man, it's a mess. We need to get that idiot out of the White House. Whose ever cocaine that was, which we have a kind of have a inclination of whose it is. They're not going to say nothing. And there's a lot of stuff going on, y'all. We just got to stand up to it. We got to get their asses out of there fast as we can. We get Trump in there, he's gonna fix it. He's gonna fix it. But we got to have a backup plan too, because Trump, even if he does win, he's only got four years that he can do. 4 more years, and then after that, then we got to have somebody else. Hopefully, there's somebody out there that can take, if Trump gets it, can take the reins and continue to keep working and fixing whatever Biden has messed up and his administration's messed up. I don't like to lose hope on the country. I know everything looks bad, but I feel like that stuff can still be fixed. I think one of the biggest things in our country that needs to be fixed is this country. A lot of people has got away from God in this country. Well, how do you expect for things to be fixed if you take God out of your country and you got people that believes in such idiotic beliefs? You know, they'll let rappers and these girls that rap and stuff, they'll let them get on music videos and talk nasty and show their butt and show their boobs and everything else. But yet a guy that makes a song that pretty much tells it like it is, they'll ban him. But they'll let the foolishness come through. And thing about it is, they're trying to say that song is, you know, it's like violent or whatever. Well, yeah, if you come down to a country city or a little country town, and you come in here acting the fool, and you start doing foolish stuff that these people can get away with up north and up in these Democrat states. You come down to a little town and try to do stupid stuff, then you're going to have to deal with the community. You'll have the law, but you'll have the community too. And certain people ain't going to put up with shit. I can tell you that right now. You live in the country, you live in a small town, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Because it doesn't fly, you know. And, but everything's a little bit about me right now, kind of an update on our house. Well, the yard isn't flooded no more. The water went down. And we pretty much are waiting for it to be repaired. We got all the mold mitigation, all that done with, and they're trying to get permits, and we're waiting for them to start the work on our house to try to get it back in order. But the yard and stuff, if you look at our yard, it's funny because you look at the yard and you see the grass and stuff. You'd never think there was a flood in our house. You'd never think it, other than seeing the water lines on the house to where it flooded up to. You would never even notice it. Never even think that the house got flooded as bad as it did. But the water's back down now. I don't think the water level is low as it was when we moved in here, but it's getting really close. Hopefully, if everything goes right, that everything will be good, you know. But yeah, I just wanted to make a little video and kind of holler at y'all, everybody out there, all my friends and my Patriot friends and my regular friends on Facebook and some people and stuff. But hey, everybody ought to share that Jason Aldean CD, or you know, his song. You ought to share it out. Go on Facebook and just share it out. Share the heck out of it. Because the more people it shares it out and the more popularity it gets, the more that people can see what these news medias and these idiots are trying to push on us, and we're not going to stand for it. I mean, that song is the truth. It is the truth. You know, a lot of the stuff he talks about, you know, somebody pulls to a red light and somebody tries to carjack them, or somebody's walking down the street on the sidewalk and gets hit in the head, or somebody pulls a gun on a liquor store owner, or gets the windows busted out, or a person that's protesting spits in a cop's face and he's just having to stand there. You know? But I really think, too, that there's some people in this, a lot of people that's in the United States, I think a lot of them in a fallen state. And when I say fallen state, I mean is they don't believe in God, and they don't have morals, and they don't know how to act, and they want chaos, and they want to believe BS. You know, they watch CNN, they watch The View, they watch MSNBC and all these idiots out here, you know, and anytime you turn the TV on, you see them pushing a bunch of mess. They're just pushing a bunch of mess that the majority of people don't even believe. They're just trying to just force feed it to us. Then, you know, all that stuff, that LGBTQ plus minus stuff they're trying to push on us. You know, they're trying to make people believe something that they don't want to believe. You know, and the way I look at it is, everybody has a right to say what they want to say. Now, whether it's right or wrong, that depends on the person. But there's some things, you know, that they're doing out there now that just isn't right at all. You know, I don't think a kid that's only 8 to 10 years old can pretty much say, well, I want to get a sex change, and their parents let them get a sex change, or hormone blockers that, you know, and stuff like that. That's wrong, man. That's wrong to do that. But when you got idiots raising kids, what do you think is going to happen? You know, and this country, you know, a lot of BS is being pushed, and I don't think a lot of Americans are going along with it. I think a lot of people are tired of it. We're just slap tired of the agenda of the media, the Democrats, and what they're trying to do to us. You know, it's just like this. Biden's sending all that money over to Ukraine to help their border over in Ukraine and to fight over there, right? Well, what about our border? Why ain't he sending money for our border to be protected? They're just letting people come in left and right in our border. That's wide open. You know, all that fentanyl and all these illegal people coming over here, we don't know nothing about them. And it's not just South America countries. It's not just people from Mexico. It's people from all over the world, you know. And that's dangerous. It's dangerous because we don't know who's coming in here. They could be a terrorist. They could be child trafficking, you know. They could be bringing drugs in here. Where do you think them drugs are going? Where do you think all that fentanyl's going? You got these young kids out there just hanging out with their buddies and stuff, and they want to mess around with drugs, and they end up getting a hold of some of that bad fentanyl. The next thing you know, they're dead, you know. And but I can tell you right now, I'm definitely voting for Trump. And I don't care if it hurts people's damn feelings or not. It's the truth. He's did more for this country than any other president has did, you know, and that's the bottom line. I mean, everything he has said is true. Everything he has said has came true. He done said if he gets in the White House, he can fix that Ukraine problem pretty fast, and I believe he can. But you know, you got Mr. Poopy Pants in there right now, you know, being an idiot, and his idiot family, nothing but a crook. Did y'all hear about? Did you hear about who's it? I think was it Ren Paul? Or Paul Ryan, or whoever it was. I think it was Ren Paul. He got his office got burned or whatever. Burnt down. And it was not too long after, you know, I guess the Fauci guy, Fauci Ouchie, got caught lying to Congress. Now, if that was one of us that got caught lying to Congress, what do you think they would do with us? They'd lock our asses up. But I guess when you're a big time official or got money, you can just buy your way out of trouble, or they just ignore crimes, you know. And we could see the justice system needs to be revamped, probably all the way from the super top of it all the way down to the bottom of it. You know, we got some crooked stuff going on with the DOJ for sure. We got crooked stuff going on with the CIA. We got crooked stuff going on with all these three-letter agencies. It's politics. Political. And for what they did to Trump is a political attack. And anybody can say what they want to say. But have you ever heard any time in history of any ex-president having their house invaded? You've never heard it, right? Hell, they probably didn't even do that to Nixon. So, I mean, things got to change, y'all. And the thing about it is, you got to say what you got to say. Don't be scared to say you support Trump. Don't be scared to have an American flag in your yard. Don't be, just because people go out there and say you're a racist doesn't mean you should be scared. You know, if somebody calls you racist, laugh at them. Laugh at them. Yeah, okay. You know, they're stupid. That's their answer for everything is race, 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 race. You know, that's what they try to push. They're pushers. All they are is pushers, and they want problems. That was my mom sneezing over there, y'all. But I think if a lot of people get on board and a lot of people open their eyes and see what the government's trying to push and what certain people's trying to push, and have some common sense about what's going on, the real issues, not the smoke and mirrors. A lot of smoke and mirrors that's going on out there that are trying to divert our attention to, or try to get us to look at something and then try to take our eyes off the ball. But that's, you know, we're the people. We're their boss. That's the thing about it. These people in the government work for us. We're the damn boss. So when you're the boss, hey, we gotta fix stuff, man. We got idiots in there taking money from other countries. We got a bunch of corruption and mess in there. We need to get their ass out of there. We got the power to do it. It just takes the people to unite and to do it. Like friends of mine have said, you got to start locally. You got to start locally in your own towns, your own cities, and start getting the right people into them, and then work your way out. And as long as we can stand together and don't put up with foolishness, you know, it's just like Disney Plus. Disney Plus is going to release I think it's a TV series of, basically the series is about a teenage girl gets pregnant by the devil. And they're fixing to make this either a TV series or a movie. I'm not exactly sure, but I heard a little bit about it. But ain't that funny that Disney is supposed to be about families? It's supposed to be something good. And it's supposed to be something that you can take your kids to it. They can have fun and you know, they watch the movies and this and that. There's a lot of hidden crap in them movies. A lot of hidden stuff in them movies. If you watch them movies, certain movies, you'll see it. You'll see it plain as day what they're pushing. So I won't never buy nothing Disney, no more. They won't get a red dime from me. I don't support them, you know. And right now, all these companies are pushing a certain agenda. They're pushing equality. They're pushing the pride stuff, and they're pushing all this stuff. These companies are. But the reason why they're pushing it isn't because necessarily they believe it, is they're doing it because the government is making them do it. Because they have a certain score that they have to have as a company in order to operate and to work by. So that's why these big companies and a lot of companies is pushing all this equality and this transgender and all this mess and garbage. That's why they're pushing it, y'all. The government's behind it. The government is making them do it. It's making them do it. Which, really, if I was the owner of a company, I'd be like, he ain't making me do shit. But the government has a lot of pull, you know. And these people that go along with all this mess, you're gonna lose. You're gonna lose that battle, because I think there's more people in the United States that believes the same way I do, and has the same feelings that I do about things, and sees the world and our country the same way. We just need to fix it. We can fix it. We got the power to fix it, and we got to stand up to it, you know. But, you know, our country's in a mess, man. Prices are crazy. I looked today, I just went today on Ampex, which is basically precious metals exchange. And I was looking at silver and gold and seeing how much it was, just looking. And for a gram of gold, which is a little tiny, I mean, a little tiny gram of gold is only about that big, y'all. It's a little tiny square. It's $100. Not too long ago, well, maybe a couple months or maybe a year back, that same gold was probably $60 for that gram. The prices of stuff's going high. They're pushing mess, you know, when all this stuff that they're doing is hurting our economy, and this inflation stuff that's going on, that kills the American dream, because there's people out there that wants to buy houses, but they can't. You know, they can't buy cars, can't buy houses. The prices are so high, and the interest rate's so high, they can't afford stuff. And there's some people out there that says, well, Philip, you know, I think the country's already done in. I think it's already done. It's too late. Well, I understand what you're saying, but the thing is, we can't give up on something that we care about and we love. We always got to stand up and try as hard as we can, without just throwing our hands up saying, you know, whatever, it's done. Well, no, we still got to keep going. We still got to keep going, keep fighting against it, you know. And I think if this country, if the majority of these people in this country will bring God back into their lives, and bring God back into the schools, and change from this wicked stuff that people are pushing, I think that we could save it. And it's a shame that there's people out there that hates this country enough and wants to push mess on everybody. The way I look at it is, I don't tell nobody how to live. If you want to do that gay and lesbian thing, that's your business. That's your business. You're going to pay for it when you go when you're answering for it in front of God. You stand in front of God, you're going to have to answer for what you do. I'm going to have to answer for what I do. You're going to have to answer for what you do. I don't like it. I don't stand for it. I don't teach that stuff to my daughter. But there's people out there that believes in it and wants to do it. I don't have a problem. That's their business. I can't tell them how to live their lives, but I can my life and who I have authority over. Okay? But the thing about it is, it's a different story when you live that lifestyle, and then you go out there and then you're pushing it on small children. That's whenever you've crossed the line with that. When you start pushing it on children and teaching children that it's right, and teaching little kids nasty, filthy, disgusting things in these books that they got in these schools, and they're allowing this stuff to be put in these schools, then you've crossed lines. And if anybody wants to see what it says in the Bible about that, it's pretty straight and forward. You know, I'm not a preacher. I believe in God. I love this country, and I love what's right. You know, but in the Bible, it plainly tells you what it says. I'm pretty sure a lot of y'all know, because y'all believe in God like I do. But you start trying to indoctrinate children and kids and push mess on little kids, you've crossed lines, buddy. I wouldn't want to stand near you outside. I'd be scared to get hit by lightning. There's a special place for people like that, and they'll pay for it one day. They might not pay for it on this earth, but they'll pay for it one day. Everything you do, you'll pay for. And you might think you're winning right now. These people that are doing this might think they're winning the battle. You're not winning nothing. You're not winning nothing. All you're doing is losing. And you're going to lose. And if you don't believe me, keep living life. And then one day when you pass away and you stand in front of the pearly gates and God judges you and asks you the questions why you're pushing this mess, then you're going to have the answer for it. And that's the way I feel. You know, and there's some people that don't believe in God, so you can't tell them the truth anyway. You can talk to somebody who's blue in the face about God, and they won't even. I don't want to talk about that. I don't want to talk about politics. I don't want to talk about God or nothing. Well, you know, you're gonna have to deal with it one day. You can close the blinds in your house, but eventually, you're gonna get to see the sun. Eventually, the sun, you're gonna see it. So, something you're gonna have to deal with. A lot of people don't like talking about death because it's scary to them and it scares them. Well, the thing about it is death's a part of life, man. Part of life. You got life and you got death. And if you believe in the Bible, you have nothing to worry about. People that are scared of death, a lot of them don't believe in the Bible. So then you got to be worried because you don't know where you're going. You don't know nothing about it. But I'll tell you what, that Jason Aldean song, though, it's the truth. I like it. I like it a lot. You know, and I really think everybody out there, y'all should share it out. Fill Facebook full of it. Just blow Facebook up, man. Just fill it. Just go in there and share it out. Share it out to your friends. Share it out to your family. Anybody you know, talk about it. I want to buy the CD already. I want to buy the whole CD. They don't even got the CD out. That's just a single off the CD, but they haven't got it up for sale yet. But I want to buy it because I'd like to hear more of it because I like that, you know. And it's a good song. And I'm glad there was a country singer out there, not no damn Garth Brooks, that wants to sing for Biden and believe BS. I'll never buy Garth Brooks anything. If I had a Garth Brooks CD, I'd run it over with the lawnmower or catch it on fire. Because Garth Brooks is trash. He's trash. Anybody that believes garbage, anybody that pushes BS, trash, garbage. Go. I don't stand for it. But I'm glad there is a country singer out there that's a well-known guy that pretty much, you know. And I heard too, I don't know how true this is, but I kind of heard this too. I kind of heard that one of the new country singers, he's not real new, but he's been around a couple years now, and he's pretty popular with people, is Luke Combs. I heard Luke Combs basically said that that he's standing with Jason Aldean too. But you know, Jason Aldean's he's a pretty popular country singer. I know he's not old school country or nothing like that. I know old school stuff, but it's kind of like, you know, I'm glad there's a guy out there that stands up for what he believes, and they're attacking him like crazy. He don't give a shit. He said, I ain't apologizing for something that's the truth. And that makes me support him even more. I like Jason Aldean even more now. And but man, hey, everybody should do this. This is what I challenge everybody to do this. Treat every day like it's 4th of July. Treat every day. Fly your American flag every single day. Buy your American flag to go on your car. Wear red, white, and blue every single day. Show these people out here that hate this country that, you know what? We're still here. We're still here, and we're not giving up on the country. Every day at my house is 4th of July. Every day. I don't shoot fireworks off. I ain't talking about the fireworks, y'all. I ain't saying shoot fireworks off every single day. I'm saying treat every day like 4th of July. Remember people that's died for this country and has got wounded, and people that's fought wars in our military. And also, you know, remember things about this country, the great things about this country that happened. But always always fly your American flags. I got American flags all around this yard. I got lights that are red, white, and blue all around out here on the on my deck. But I treat every day like it's 4th of July without the fireworks. And I support America. So I got American flags on my truck. I got American flag out in my yard. I got it in the front yard. But do that. Do that. Show these people that you're patriotic and that you love this country and you're not afraid to show it. There's some people out there who won't fly an American flag because they're scared they're going to get called a racist. Because they're flying an American flag. Who cares if somebody calls you a racist? They call you a racist because you're flying an American flag, tell them to kiss your ass. That's what I do. What are they going to do to you? And I live in a small town. You know, and exactly what Jason Aldean said on that CD is the truth. Is the truth. The community ain't gonna let all this mess, all that mess that goes on up there in New York and all these, and up there in California and Chicago. You can't pull that mess down here. You can't pull it down here where I live. I can tell you that right now. For one thing, community ain't gonna stand for it. Second thing is, we got Grady Judd, and if you don't know who Grady Judd is out there, look up Grady Judd from Polk County, Florida. Look up the videos that he makes and what he says about things. And you'll find out where I live is a pretty damn good place when you got a good sheriff like I have here. So, just want to rant a little bit, talk a little bit. I know I talk too much. I love seeing everybody out there. I like making videos. I don't make them a whole lot. I'm busy. I work a lot. But just making something and bringing something up that needs to come to light. But, everybody out there, take care of yourself, carry your concealed weapon, and don't put up with mess. And if you would, share me out to your friends and family. Give me a thumbs up. Give me some comments. Go watch videos of Waterbug68, my friend, and Donald Wisman. He makes good videos. He does a lot of reels. And also Waterbug makes reels too on Facebook. And they do it for fun. It's fun stuff to do. And check them guys out. And, you know, and support, you know, watch old Keith Pribble. You know, watch Keith Pribble on YouTube and stuff. But, you know, but just wanted to make a little video for y'all and do some shout outs to some of my friends out there. And make sure you love this country and show everybody and tell everybody you love this country. You know, because there's a lot of people that feel the same way. They're scared to say anything. You know, show love for Donald Trump. I got a Donald Trump flag outside. I don't give a shit who likes it. If they don't like it, they can come up to my doorstep and see what they get. Tell you that right now. Because everybody in my community I live in, big Trump town. Big Trump town I live in. And we don't stand for no mess. But everybody, it's good talking to you. Stacy's right here. She's watching me. My mom's over here watching me. And we'll talk to y'all later. We love the Patriots. We love all you guys out there. We'll try to make some more videos when we can. But other than that, y'all have a good night. Love this country. Stand up for what you believe in. If you don't know God, find out. Find out. Read the Bible. Doesn't hurt you read the Bible. Doesn't hurt you listen to Christian music and get some truth and some, you know, some real backing behind stuff, because that really means a lot. All right, guys, I love you. Until next time, we'll talk to you later. See ya.